Hi, I'm Lexi, and I'm back on the third day of Draba 500 with Boonecast. I'm here with Kat, Lily, and Naomi, and then honorary Babe Haven member, Eric. So can you guys tell me what is Babe Haven? I'm sorry.
You're good.
You're
You're
doing great.
Yeah, she's shy now.
We are an all-girls punk band. And I don't know.
You're doing good. You're doing good. What do you feel like we are?
We're like all-girls, like queer punk.
Okay.
We're like,
What do you represent?
I don't know.
We're violent. We're aggressive.
We're kind of violent sometimes.
Yeah, Eric said, Riot Girl revamp,
Yeah.
but a little fruity.
Yeah.
A little fruity.
Okay.
You gotta throw the fruit in somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So can you guys tell me what exactly, like, how Babe Haven came to be and whatnot? So those two and Ashley already had Babe Haven back in like March. It was like an idea. And then they posted on Instagram or on Facebook that they needed a drummer. So I reached out.
Okay.
And then that's how we formed.
There was just no like other girl bands in Boone that I've ever seen before. So I was like, we need to have one. I've been here, this time I've been here for like 5 years now, and I like going to a lot of the Boone scene shows.
3.
Exactly. Now there's a lot of them,
Progress.
or a couple of them, but yeah, there used to not be anything like that. So I wanted to be able to create that for
I've
sure.
never seen one, and I've been here a long time.
Okay, and can you guys... As far as like punk and like heavy goes too, like all girls.
Especially that, yeah.
Because that's like... And then, would you guys like to tell us anything about FemFest 3 coming up?
Yes.
It's gonna be awesome.
I don't actually know if we have a date or not. I just wanted to talk. Well, I don't think it was going to be February 11th. I don't think it is anymore. But I don't even know if it's going to be the same lineup. I'm sorry. I don't know anything. But we do have I don't know. More info to come. Stay tuned, I guess. We do have a lot of new songs coming. We're kind of like growing more, I'd say, since we did record our EP like pretty new, so we're excited to like play new songs, I guess.
And then, do you guys have anything else you'd like to talk about?
Yes, bro.
I don't know yet.
Sorry.
We're missing Ashley. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Ashley. Eric's filling in tonight because
I'm
Ashley
just
couldn't be
honorary
here.
babe, you know.
Yeah.
I'm a girl for the night.
Yeah, he's our girl for the night.
Well,
We like to jam. Sometimes we switch it up, and then like Naomi will get on drums, I'll get on guitar and stuff.
I would say that's one thing about us is that we're all pretty versatile. We can
Yeah.
all kind of like picking up, learning new things at once, So I think that's also really cool. She sings and like whatnot, so it's fun. Yeah.
I'm just a singer. I don't know how to play any instruments, but I do what I need to do, and then I go home. I love it.
Real good though.
Yeah,
will say,
thank
I
you.
love how we can like feed off of each other when we like write new songs. Like the dynamic and like vibe there is always really good, because like we'll like start a new song, we'll like play it out for each other, and then we all put in our input and we all kind of make our own little twist on it, and then it comes to fruition after.
Awesome.
Fruition.
Fruition. Oh, fruity. We're fruity. We're fruity. A lot of our songs are about lesbians.
Yeah, you are what you.
You are what you eat.
You are what you eat. That was accidentally perfect.
Oh yeah.
Say thank you, Babe Haven, when you're done or whatever.
Okay. Thank you so much, Babe Haven.
Sorry.
Hi, I'm Lexi, and I'm back with Goodwrench. So can you guys tell me what is Goodwrench?
Goodwrench is, oh shit, dude. Goodwrench is the sponsor for Dale Earnhardt Sr.
And then, can you guys tell me about some of the topics you guys sing about? I know how a lot of hardcore bands are,
politically and whatnot motivated?
Yeah, I mean, I talk about kind of the status of the world, a little bit of military-industrial complex, a little bit of philosophy, a little bit of, all of those types of things that are very pertinent to what's going on in the world today. I'm just kind of speaking into those things. Maybe getting
very obviously fucked.
Yeah. Might be a little mad about them at times, if you can't tell. There's a lot of things to be mad about. But at the end of the day, it's like if we can see the problems, we can conquer them. And that's kind of the point of calling attention to all of those things,
I like to sing about farting.
And then can you guys explain what's up with all the tagged race card posts on your Instagram?
Goodwrench started as kind of a joke. We were just kind of screwing around and like, man, it would be really fun to be in a hardcore band. Let's call it Goodwrench. And then that just kind of took off as the...
Yeah, we named it that, and then we started getting a whole bunch of tags from like NASCAR folk, I guess.
Yeah. Well, Dale Earnhardt, bless his soul, passed away before Instagram was a thing, and I think people that like NASCAR are not good at Instagram, and they see. No, wait. What is our profile picture? Is it a 3?
It used to be a 3.
That's probably what's throwing people off.
Yeah.
But no, I used to share them all the time,
Yeah.
and but yeah, then it just stopped being as funny.
Yeah.
But
At first, it was very, very
But it
funny.
still pops up.
Yeah, so then
we're not going to
the-
get away from it with a name like Goodwrench, so...
The NASCAR thing is a little nod to Junior in his prime, which is like when I first moved here, that was like the fucking hardcore band to see, and Junior in reference to Dale Jr. And I guess we kind of ripped that off, but it's cool. We're friends. We're all
Playing
friends.
with them soon.
Yeah, in March.
And then, do you guys want to talk about like your stage presence and like how much you include the crowd and whatnot? I saw you guys like kind of starting a pit and whatnot. It was really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I do this because it's fun. I like the energy. I like seeing people move, and there's not a lot of opportunities in this town to move quite like that. And I get a kick out of riling people up and getting it going. I grew up in the hardcore scene as a teen, and so now that I'm in my early 30s, it's really awesome to be able to get back into that and stay young and push some kids around in the pit.
And then,
The first hardcore show I ever went to, actually, it was in a basement up the street at Grandma's house, and this band, Dog's Eyes, from like Durham or Raleigh.
It was Durham.
From Durham.
Yeah.
Their singer was a dick. Like, fuck that guy. If you're listening, you're an asshole. He, not for what he did to me, but anyway, he fucking grabbed my shirt and pulled me close to him, and then threw me across the room, and I like fell into all this music equipment, and I was really mad about it. And I like got up and like repaired my ego, and I was and I was like, that was really awesome. So yeah, tonight, and people get all fucking shy, man. There's all these kids and shit that don't know what to fucking do at a show. So I'm like, Josh, fucking push somebody, and then they'll start doing it themselves, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. It didn't take a whole lot. Literally just a little. They just need a little touch, and then it just kind of goes wide open, and it's fun. I like being the match that starts the fire.
do you want to give us your best scream?
No.
Okay.
I got one. Ah.
Thank you. And then we just have one final question for you guys. Do you guys think hardcore is dead?
No.
That's kind of the
Definitely
point.
not.
That's kind of no. Well, yeah. I mean, it is.
dead.
That's like the point of it.
Move
You know,
to a
I mean,
big city.
yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of shitty people, and there's a lot of really cool people, and the shitty people never last, and the cool people stay fucking cool all the time. So I don't know. I just like hardcore, man. Like ugh. You know, I'm like I don't want to be like. I mean, no offense to anybody, but like I'm not like a double XL basketball jersey kind of like.
Yeah. Well, that's old school.
Fuck,
But that's
like,
like,
I don't do the.
That's like me in Josh's time.
Yeah,
That's like-
we just like caveman riffs and smoking
Yeah.
weed and fucking killing people.
Do you guys have anything else you'd like to add or like link your Spotify's or anything like that? If you let them know.
We're actually Riley Appert from Basilica is supposed to record us maybe sometime this year, maybe. and that's all we have.
Yeah.
So you have to come to the show.
Yeah.
We will be there. This was Goodwrench, guys.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Bongfoot lives. So can you guys tell me what is Bongfoot?
Bongfoot is more of a supernatural creature. We don't really actually know what he is. Certain scholars have been looking around for this kind of shit. Multiple perspectives has been put out, but we don't really know. There's a lot in the field, but from what our understanding is, he's originally based out of South America from most accounts, but he's here to save the world, I'm pretty sure. We are just a vessel through his power and whatnot.
Okay. And then do you guys want to talk about the Fuck SeaWorld sign and what exactly it means and whatnot?
Well, you see, our roommate, he drew a Shamu with some lopsided eyes, and we were like, that's beautiful. So I was watching River Monsters and, started thinking about the ocean and, just like the level of ecological destruction that we've done to the whole place. We've only discovered about 80% of the whole ocean as a whole, so who knows what kind of eldritch horrors lurk in the deeps. But over in Japan, and they're actually there's a whole it's pretty much collaboration between SeaWorld and Disney World, and there's this wonderful video called The Cove if you want to check it out. It's about actually dolphins being recruited for SeaWorld, and they'll fucking slaughter all the dolphins. So I saw that in my freshman year of college up in App State, and they had this big old freedom of speech ball, and I was like, you know what? Fuck SeaWorld. And the guy said, what's wrong with SeaWorld? I said, what the fuck is wrong with SeaWorld? Next question.
Preach.
Do you guys want to talk about your style? The cowboy hats, the trench coats, and the cowboy boots?
No, not really.
And then if there's one thing you could have known when you started, what would have been?
Hey, there's a virus coming. Let's learn our political beliefs. Kill everyone now! Condone first-degree murder! Legalize cannibalism! And pick up your trash or it's your ass. Alright, that's it.
My name is Nick, and I'm here with Boone's favorite boys, Caffeine Daydream. Now, Caffeine Daydream, who are you?
My name is Caffeine Daydream. I play Caffeine Daydream for
My name is Caffeine Daydream, and I also play Caffeine Daydream.
And that's Zane.
I'm Zane. I play bass.
I'm Cooper. This is Alex. And that's Caffeine Daydream. Oh God, this is such a bad bit. Jesus. But yeah, we're a modern blues grunge band, kind of born out of Boone, North Carolina, born out of Winston-Salem. Yeah. We kind of have been growing up through Boone over the last couple years, and it's been awesome.
So tell us a little bit more about your set tonight here at Ransom.
It was the most unique for this one.
Yeah, this was quite the most interesting set. So I just broke my femur snowboarding out in Park City, so I had to play a set from chairlift today, which was a new experience to say the least.
It ripped, though.
Yeah, it did rip. It honestly went better than I thought it was. So, I felt pretty good about it. I think we all felt pretty good.
I had a great set too. Yeah, my favorite. So after a first song at most of our sets, I take off my shirt because I get very sweaty and I overheat. Honestly, it's a utility thing. Tonight, for the first time, I took my pants off, which was awesome. And I also kissed our friend Braden on the lips. That was awesome. And Jack, I kissed Jack on the cheek. It was great. Yeah, kissing all the homies. Oh, it was great. It was wonderful. And aside from that, we played some music, and that was awesome
cool
too.
too.
And the crowd was really, really sick tonight. The crowd was really cool about Alex being in a chair. I think they thought that was fun and got into it and stuff.
We'll see how fast it gets old.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. I've never played a set where I'm the only one who can stand up in the group. Which was weird, but honestly, the crowd was so close to us that it didn't I couldn't get closer to them. I couldn't even face the crowd for most of it because my bass was just gonna hit someone in the face. But yeah, it was a fun set. I feel like people were into it.
Yeah. First set of the new year.
Yeah, absolutely. First set of the year.
And we started off good.
Yep. welcome 2022.
Yeah.
So, all of Caffeine Daydream's fans know that you guys are the most resilient bunch, sustaining some of the gnarliest injuries I've ever seen a band endure. So let's hear about some of those.
Okay, well,
You want to talk about Hillside?
Yeah. So I made one stupid decision one time, and that's my claim to fame.
One stupid decision.
I've never made a bad decision ever in my life except for this one time. Shh, don't tell them. Yeah, we were playing a show at Hillside, and really what you need to know about this story, a great house venue, our really good friends run it. Shout out to Hillside. But what you really need to know about this story is that about 45 minutes into it, Alex walks into the Hillside house and goes, Cooper, what did you do? And what I had done was that the previous band, two bands before us, Nara, shout out to Nara, great band from Wilmington, their drummer Luke had broken a snare drum head during his set, and so we swapped out the snare drums real quick, easy money. At the end of his set, he's passing around the already broken snare drum head, and he's like bringing it up to people in the front row of the crowd and like, try to punch a bigger hole, and I'm like, it's already broken. Like, that sounds easy. And they couldn't do it. And so I was like, Luke, bring that over here. And I was like, I've committed in front of all these people to punching this snare drum. So I'm going to give it my all. And so with my right hand, my dominant hand, I go in really hard for it. And I end up fracturing my pinky before our set that night. I iced it all night and then ended up playing the gig, which the gig was actually awesome.
Yeah.
It was really chaotic. Yeah, and after the fact, the injuries did not stop.
Dude, I thought I was going to have to duct tape your hand to a drumstick. I really thought we were going to
I said, Alex, I'm so sorry. I'm so stupid. And I told Alex two things. I was like, I don't know very much. I know two things. One, that my hand is probably pretty fucked up. It's probably working. Two, that I am playing this show tonight.
I was like, that's good.
That's all I need to know.
Yeah, so after our set,
Arson Daly,
who is
R.I.P.
Yeah, they're breaking up, but Cooper and I have been following them for like 5 or 6 years.
Long time.
They originated in Boone, and like definitely a huge inspiration, like just as a DIY band, kind of doing their thing. But they were playing, and I thought it was a brilliant idea to just launch off a table and crowd surf, because like there's so many
That was the
fucking
last
people
chance
there.
you get to crowd surf to Arson Daly.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
True. Not that you knew.
Yeah.
And like, there's like not any glass on the ground or anything. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. So I just launch off this table, and I'm like, oh, this is like kind of cool. And then out of nowhere, I get fucking dropped. And as soon as I get dropped, I feel like myself land on this glass bottle, and I feel it break beneath my back. And at that moment, I knew I fucked up.
At that moment, Alex knew
he fucked up.
He fucked up.
And I like reached behind my back, like I got up and like I took my hand out, and it was just covered in blood, and I was like, all right, sick. So
oh, sorry, this homie comes into the house and he goes, yo, Cooper, I'm bleeding. And I'm like, yo, that's awesome. Like, that's sick. I imagine he like cut his hand or something. And I was like, show me. And he turns around, looks up his shirt, and I go, my sword's out of my mouth. Oh, that's bad.
And so like we go to the bathroom, and our good friend Lee, our like on the go band mom.
Yeah, they help us out and stitch up Alex for a while, and it was very stressful for a sec.
Dude, there was literally blood splattered all over that bathroom.
That bathroom was pretty. I mean, not that the bathroom was clean before that happened, but.
True.
Yeah, and we still had to like load out, and like, I mean, our gear was still being used. It was late at night. There was still a ton of people. So Alex was a trooper, and I had a broken hand, and we still loaded out after the last set and drove all the way back and unloaded all our heavy gear. And only then Alex could go to the emergency room.
I drove my ass to the ER.
And got how many?
And got 13 stitches, I think. Yeah.
That's a lucky number right
yeah,
there.
right.
My experience with that night. So I go to UNCSA for classical music, and I like had a dress rehearsal for our concert the next day, and so I like finished dress rehearsal at like 7, and then my friends Kyle and Maddie like drove me to Boone for the gig from Winston, and so I show up like 15 minutes before our set, and I call Cooper to see where to park, and he's like, we have an issue, and he doesn't tell me what it is, so I get inside. And Cooper's like sitting there, like looking up at me horrified. Lee is like very stressed with like some bandages sitting there and like a bottle of Advil. And I like get in and Alex is like, hey, Cooper's hand's broken. We need to write a set list. We're on in 10 minutes.
I'm like scribbling a set list down, and Zane, you're like taking care of Cooper.
And what ended up happening to all your possessions?
So we finish our set. It like goes well. I have basically no memory of it because it was crazy. We had how many people do you think were at that show?
Dude, it had to be like 700 or 800.
The way I describe our actual set during that night is like the whole night was like the episode of TV, and the actual time we were playing was like the commercial break. Like that was like the break from all the other stuff. It was like 15 minutes. It blew by, and like the rest of the night was the.
It was like an 8-band bill too, so like we had a short set. We had like 25 minutes set.
Yeah.
But we finished the bill. It's all been like a whirlwind. I sit inside, and I get a call from the homie Kyle who had driven me. And he's super sweet. He's a big like metal dude from Asheville, and he had never come to a Boone show. And he was like, "Dude, that was incredible. That was my favorite DIY show. I loved it. It was so good." And it was really sweet. And then he was like, "And also like, we had to head out, and I'll see you in jazz band." And all of my stuff for the weekend was like in his car. Yeah, all my clothes and like all of my stuff to shower and everything. And so like I teach kids at like
so the next day Alex has stitches in his back, and so the next day Zane needs to be driven back to Winston because he has work, and so I have a broken hand, so I'm in a cast driving Zane back to Winston with one hand, and I have to drive Zane back to where he teaches children, and since he didn't have any clothes, he pulls up in the like dirty beer covered dirt covered sweat covered like jeans and shirt to his job, and he goes and teaches
how to play double bass.
Yeah, and he teaches a fucking 13-year-old or whatever, and that's our story. And then Alex broke his leg. He's a cyborg now.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be out for a little while. At least rocking out from a chair for a little while.
Absolutely.
But
he's part titanium now.
Yeah, I do. I have a massive titanium rod going through my leg, which is kind of cool because like now I'm like part bionic. So there's pluses.
Canonically, that's the second massive rod Alex has. Canonically, it's in the canon. Somebody write the fanfic. We're begging you.
So someone include that in the Caffeine Daydream lore, please.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So now everyone wants to know about this album that gets floated. Successfully crowdfunded too, I will say. Let's hear more about that.
Yeah. So, do you want to start from the beginning, like how this all kind of unfolded?
I mean, we're going on 10 minutes, but you can go as long as you want.
So essentially, like, we crowdfunded this album with a kind of record recording place up in Boston, Massachusetts. They reached out to us, and we successfully crowdfunded $11,500, which like was insane.
Yeah.
Like we that's a lot of money.
Literally, still thinking about that, like it's just ridiculous. It's insane. Like we really appreciate like anybody who, and we just appreciate that people like care as much as like we do enough to give some of their like hard-earned money to us. And to have it be that amount is just awesome. It's out of this world.
Minds.
Yeah, it's great.
We're very grateful. So we were supposed to go up to Boston and record this album at the like first week of January, but Cooper got COVID and I broke my leg, so that just didn't
Within
happen.
24 hours, we got on the phone to discuss me getting COVID and like how we were gonna manage that with the studio, and then like 12 hours later, Alex just totally shatters his leg, and it's like, well, didn't even matter that I had COVID anymore. There's no way we're getting up to Boston.
So now we're gonna go up over spring break. We're gonna record drums for a couple days, and then we'll go back and probably like right when we get out of school and like spit like another like week down there up there. Yeah, not down there. Yeah, and finish the record and hopefully like our goal is to have it released like probably right before school starts or somewhere around then. Yeah.
And like it's actually cool. It ended up kind of being a blessing in disguise that we had to postpone it a little bit. We're really excited over the next couple months to like keep writing and keep like solidifying stuff to really like use the time as a utility to make the record like 4 months better than it would have been. Not that it would have been, bad or whatever, but like to make it even better. So we're really pumped, honestly.
A lot of our writing process is like we write songs pretty quickly because we've just been playing together and like we just know how each other write. And so we'll write a song in like an hour and a half normally. And then like our writing process is taking the next sort of 2 months or so and taking pretty much each individual measure that like could be better and trying like 10 different things. Like we'll all just bring an idea to it and say like what serves the song the best. And so now we have 4 months to do that for all of the songs.
That's exciting.
Yeah, we are so excited for this record, and we might have some stuff coming before this record.
Yeah,
too.
we might have some little secret drops of some maybe Caffeine Daydream songs you've heard for a while. Also, real quick before we get off this question, shouts out to Plaid Dog Recording and our producers Mike Davidson and Matt Alexander, yeah, who recently turned 38. right? Is that the right number?
Is that the right number?
36. Sorry for aging you, Matt. All right, yeah, but that's the record. It'll be fun. We're super excited. Like, could not be more pumped.
We're so stoked.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap it up with a good question here. So, Caffeine Daydream, right? You gotta live up to the name. What's your favorite way to take in caffeine?
Oh, shoot. I mean, I have to stay true to how I actually operate in my day-to-day life. I'm a French press, 1 cup of coffee through a French press with almond milk creamer every day, 1 cup. It's great. It's like, what's what I need to keep functioning as a human being. Yeah.
Yep.
Alex likes vodka Red Bull.
Vodka Red Bull, yes. I'm a cup of mud kind of guy. I like a really strong cup of coffee, just black, and I'll drink like 4 or 5 of them in a day sometimes. And you know, you gotta do what you gotta do to get by. So I
just clip that and make that the whole interview.
That's the thesis statement of Alex Nason.
You just gotta do what you gotta do.
Get by, man.
But yeah, that's how I start my morning with
5 cups of vodka Red Bull. Yeah, don't tell them our secret.
Yeah, for me, so just like a standard cup of coffee, make it every morning, have some creamer, always a good time. I have a French press, but it's a lot of work, so I don't do that. So I have just like, I guess like drip is the normal one. Yeah. Yeah, just have like some caramel creamer if I have gone to the right store beforehand. Just that.
So we're all coffee people.
Yeah, I'll normally like coffee in the morning, and then if it's like if I've had too much rehearsal, then like a cup of tea at night, and I try to keep it at that.
Yeah. 2/3 of this band have had cups of tea today, so we have to include that in our answer.
True.
You have to guess which 2.
Honestly, any type of caffeine works for me.
Yeah, caffeine pills. It's whatever you want.
Yeah. Everything.
Everything,
at once.
man. Yeah, at once.
Shots, patches.
Yeah. Vodka Red Bull.
We need to have this interview before it gets out of hand.
Wrapping up the now new record for longest interview, which was the breaking the old record that was set yesterday.
Okay, sick.
Just want to give a big shout out to everyone involved in the Draba 500. Big shout out to the man himself, Davis, for letting us do this. Shout out to all the bands that let us interview him and have a kick-ass shows.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Shout out to Boonecast for having all of us. You guys are awesome.
You guys got sick beanies. Can we get a hold of
Yeah,
them?
do y'all like
These are a limited run of 3 beanies, unfortunately.
Well, there are 2 of you and 1 of me.
If you were to sell them, we would buy a few for sure. That's all I'm saying.
Write that down. All right.
Yeah.
Trade you a beanie for a t-shirt.
Easy
Deal?
money. Yeah.
All right. Boonecast out. Mic drop. I'm not going to drop it. This is expensive. All right.